And here we are again. Still no loading screen. This is getting out of hand. Maybe this is a kind of diversion. Anyway, we need to serve the Emperor's plan to destroy the Greenskin Nation. Well, the Goblin Nation. They're calling themselves Crooked Moon Tribe, but they are basically goblins.
The staff glows.
They are in the command of, as it seems, an orc great shaman who's surrounding himself with goblins. Yeah, orcs. He does have a trolls unit, that's bothering me. Trolls are powerful. Trolls can make you cry in your sleep. So we're going to take a look at this. What is this spider doing now? Marienburg. This is in close proximity to your capital. Should you kill ginormous spiders the size of trees? Oh my. The beastmen have already destroyed the gods. The Empire is in grave danger. And we don't give a shit. We are going to crush the goblins first. There, oh yeah, oh yes. There are our troops. This garrison is actually very viable. A lot of heroes. Whereas this could mean that we don't need walls, but we are in anti-cheese territory and the AI is getting units, so we should build walls. Otherwise, I'm not sure if this will work out.
At your service.
So we're going to end this round and try to fathom a thought. What if we actually grow?
Be at peace, for that is all I ever want.
That was rude. Markus, you are a servant of the Empire. And even if our relationship is very friendly, it is with great reluctance that I've agreed to this thought, to accept your deal. I can't reach us anyway, and we should give him a little morality boost that the Empire is providing some sort of aid, even though in reality we're not even sending him one single coin. But it's mentality. Mentality is very important. Oh boy. This might actually work to our advantage. It seems that the goblins have marched forth from the mountain.
Friends of the Empire, come.
Aston. Yes, I would very like
be at peace, for that is all I ever want.
And next monograph, these treaties are coming in hot. And the Red herd is up. Oh boy. The Marienburg's wrath has struck. Like a struck tower. Chaos stirs. Storm clouds gather in the north. There are rumors that the barbarous tribes residing in the shadows of chaos have ceased striving against each other, or the attention dark gods, and are instead banding together, suckling at the teat of chaos. The hordes grow in strength. It seems only a matter of time before the dam breaks and a tide of ruin bursts forth to engulf the old world, corrupting or destroying all in its path. Master your strength, nurture the sinews of war, build your walls high. This is my boy. He's telling us to build a wall. I'm going to build so many walls. The best wars of all wars. Gather warriors to your banner and temper them in the crucible of battle, so that when the time comes, you may yet weather the storm. I like this.
I command here.
Yes, you do. So,
how can I assist you?
we're going to assassinate this.
dark
What?
times.
Yes, 10% is additional. Yes, yes, yes. This is coming in even more hot. Hottest. And we're going for the renowned path. She is a legendary presence, of legendary presence on the battlefield and off. Now, the question that needs to be answered is, what is the greatest use this girl can give the Empire? We're not going to suffer from casualty or attrition. This is not working for a region, so we will go for retinue valid. So when we take the city, our chances of getting magical items is increased.
Summon the Elector Counts.
And Franz
Bring me
is
to my men.
closing up
In the name of
into
Magnus.
the mountainside with his army, and we're going to look what Knarsnik is doing now, even though his range seems to be ridiculous. He can almost reach Grunburg from his point on Karak in one round.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Which means that he could have attacked Uberfeld in one round. This is obviously a threat to grow, great to behold. So we will definitely have to kill all of them. I'm going for the weaving house. Also here. I know we do need the Adalhard Minions. We need money. We're not going to get money if we do not build any buildings, so this costs too high. This gives us 250 income per round, and it costs 820. So we just now got to wait 4 rounds, and then it will already pay off. So we're going to play a little bit tactically, and we're going to later destroy buildings that have brought us money. I know it's a bit capitalistic to build something up, even though you know you're going to destroy it later. But we are defending the forces of chaos eventually, so we have to take into perspective some manners and some strategic actions that some might consider expansionist. Well, I'm not going to tell someone who doesn't like me. No, so historically the region of Needling has been ruled over by steel. But it is currently under the control of the Elector Count of another state. Alberich Hauptanders. Oh boy, the vampire boy. The rightful Elector Count of Steeland has asked for your help in restoring his rule over this land immediately. Return.
The Empire. Yes, my lord.
What? Falken or Walten? Chaos stirred, and Walten was born. Oh goodness. The chosen of Sigmar, who heralded rebirth of his divine warrior god. What? Yeah? Oh boy. The chosen of Sigmar. He is the chosen and champion of Sigmar. On his 18th birthday, hordes of beastmen poured from the forest. They were led by the beast lord Agath, and his horde was 10 times bigger than anything they had come in living memory. They plundered and burned the village, killing any man they found. Walton, on the other hand, refused to die. He smashed his way to his father's forge, picked up 2 heavy hammers, and set about the horde like a possessed man looking for a goal. A violent fight followed, ending with Walton shattering the Beast Lord's skull, and the Beastmen retreating in panic. Word of his victory spread quickly, and a number of interested parties came to visit him, to learn of the boy who had become a hero. He's obviously bringing a godly balance. Through Walton, Sigmar himself shall once more return to his people, fight the armies of darkness. Luthor Huss, know that
I command
boy?
here.
He is currently residing in the army of the Emperor.
By the comet.
Luthor Huss would proclaim to the people that Sigmar had left the land of men once more, that he had left his hammer to the Emperor as a sign of his trust, that Huss was still his prophet and looked for his return would, when the Empire needed him most once again. I'm not entirely sure why this Luthor Huss story about he leaving is in Walton's storyline, but we will experience this storyline obviously later on. I'm not going to read this now. I'm exalted of our boy. Well, he seems to be a very capable boy, so he has a sword garrison and a sword unit. Oh, yes. So we have to be careful. He is considered a rebirth of Sigmar, the rebirth. And if we put him into the army of the Emperor, some of those troops might consider this man's claim to the mortal throne of, like, everything to be superior to our Emperor. Now, we cannot do that. We must enforce the will of the Emperor, and this conflict with Walton will not come today, so he will himself venture into enemy territory to prove his worth. He's an 18-year-old boy after all, and he will aid our elvish assassin in fighting the Greenskin army. And she is obviously useless, because she can only assault the garrison, and she... critically wounded. Well, this
Bring me to my men.
Ended rather
as is my right
quickly.
by Sigmar's crown.
The great green flows.
Well, we still cannot raid the territory of the dwarves, which follows. So we're going to take position into the mountain.
I see no other option.
And we're going to wait one more round for his army.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Yes, we're going to do that. Well, and we're going to do this because after 7 rounds this will produce money, and we are obviously in dire need of any money because we have a little economy and
I command here.
We have a big army. Maybe too big, but you have to take into consideration that we are representing the Emperor. To rule an empire does not mean necessarily to have very good economy. It means to show everyone that you have a good economy. Which means that sometimes you have a very, 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 very big military, even though you do not have the means to really, well, sustain it. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm just gonna take a quick sneeze. Well, it was a quick one. Karak Asgal has fallen. Mines of Karak Asgal has been infested by the foul presence of Skaven. The untold riches of the mines flowing through to the victorious clan's coffers. What other clans are preparing cunning plans to backstab this? Yeah. They're kin with great jealousy. I am not the most supreme knowledge in Warhammer lore, so I'm not absolutely certain where Karak Asgal is. There's so many Karaks. We have Asgaras and Tiflin.
Well, it summon the Elector Counts.
What does the Emperor bid? Shine. 35%, 35%, 50. Yes.
This will bolster the nation.
Yes, good. Yeah. Well, it's a Church of Sigma. A birthmark. I don't give a shit. I apologize. We have to accept his story. It's Warhammer after all. It's not Star Wars where you delete a story and then refurbish it and then you capitalize it, and in the end the fanbase is royally, well, disturbed. Birthmark. The comet is a powerful omen, and his birth caused a great stir. Many believed that Walton would bring pain and suffering to the village and sought to have him cast out and left in the forests or drowned in a river. His parents declared he would be brought up, and his father was big enough so that people respected him. Well, if a big man says go, you should go because he's big. If you do not go, if a big man says go, you might not go anywhere anyway. So we're going for the birthmark. Oh boy. This is advancing into a epic... Oh, warrior Volvo, end times. No, we're in round 72 and end times is nothing. No, there are no end times.
Who calls?
It's time. Or the Emperor.
I am Franz. They will obey. Men, we must attack.
Moon tribe. After a formal declaration of war against the creatures of darkness, the Emperor decided to advance into the enemy territory and destroy the enemy with his own fist.
Attack!
And we will obliterate them. One by one. Because apparently the Empire likes to destroy a tiny portion of people with brute force. If the AI isn't spectacularly stupid in wiping out our own troops with magics, we should be able to survive this fight with less than 20 men casualties. I'm not convinced, but
I am life!
It's a first. Now we could take the perspective of Gandalf, but he's Gandalf in disguise. And as you well know, a wizard never likes a camera over his shoulders, even if he always arrives on time, because a wizard is never late, nor is he early. So we could accompany our beautiful, bloodlusty vampire lady, but you shouldn't stalk her, especially not a vampire. She's going to bite you. So we might join our prophet, but after all, this is the story of Karl Franz. So
the Empire endures!
Yes.
This is my command! That's an order!
What is this? Okay. Gandalf's magic now sounds disturbing and screenish. Well, it's a first. He's mayor after all, so heck do I know.
Obey!
The timing was perfect. The Emperor decreed being almost ambushed by goblins. Who is this guy? What that? The Emperor never stands with his forces, his god, his always with. And the right star will ensure the Emperor fights even in the battle, and even in the midst of great turmoil, he will be well protected. And the perspective difference will end, because we see musketeers and we are part of an action generation. So watching them pew-pew these goblins down. Even though they can't shoot because these are first.
See to it! My rule is absolute!
It seems that they all have mini-gun balances, which makes them superior.
To arms, men! Very well! See to it! My rule is absolute! To arms, men! This is my command!
Oh boy, Franz goes at it again.
That's an order! Very well!
I mean,
my rule is absolute!
He's a good boy.
This is my command! See to it!
Technically he's not a boy, but he does behave problematic.
Prepare for combat!
Crying more than a child.
For the Heldenhammer!
Bolton storyline isn't that bad. We'll see.
Sigma!
Oh,
I'm in your thrall.
it seems that the vampire lady has had some blood-filled moments with these goblins. Why would she drain goblins? I'm not a goblin. I'm not a vampire goblin.
Attack!
But I'm pretty sure they're not tasting that good, but I'm not gonna divulge into that further. So I predicted 20 losses outcome. The AI managed to almost triple that. Well, it was the AI after all. Oh, this was a bad boy with his hammer swinging around like a maniac. Skarsnik. Well, oh boy, man of the match. Oh boy. 231 killed units. They deserve a banquet. And they will get it. Eventually. Once upon a time we get back. For now we have to accept that sometimes loading screens in Total War Warhammer exceed the capabilities of a moderator to make you feel treated verbally correctly. Where was this creature? I like it. It was implemented later. If you had bought Warhammer 2 in the year 2017 and you've played it a little bit, you will have not noticed these little creatures. I'm pretty sure they came later. At least I did not notice them. And we're going to execute them all.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Executing. Oh boy. Now this is what I'm talking about. 20% success chance and defense chance. Ambush. Well, if you have to build an empire, sometimes notoriously executing people is a way to go. Well, okay. Now we're talking. Storm Call. A small, localized storm descends upon an individual or group, buffeting them with strong winds and flaring lightning. I like this, thank you. And Gandalf approaches a new skill chapter. Now, he's a wizard, so he is tactically important, and he needs evasion. And we have even more hit point replenishment. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Yes, give me as much hit point. This is what Gandalf is all about. He helped the hobbits and he healed them all. Well, Luthor, your replenishment rate is necessary and you will have to train more. And now our story continues. We might consider him training, and we need hit points in order for him not to die like his elvish friend. I didn't like that. Okay, we have nothing. Oh, we have a trickster shard. Yeah, why not? Sure. We're going to give the enemies a 50-50 purchase. 55 meter constant self-surrounding range. A minus magic resistance boost. And the minus boost is, of course, something that drains positively. Well,
bring me to my men. Men, I will fight with you.
Cannot resolve this battle. Well, holy paponi. This is
no peace, just wars.
I will marshal the men.
Surprise. That's welcome.
The Empire.
And this was a quick victory. As you might have noticed, I tried to avoid certain siege battles in the early ages of a campaign because I'm extremely afraid of those events. So if I now anti-cheesingly let my army obliterate itself in front of walls and nasty boys, even though I know this wasn't a siege battle, I am afraid we're going to lose this campaign. And I have only lost one campaign so far as Chaos and Legendaries, so yeah, I'm not trying to improve that statistic in a negative way, so we will just accept this, please. Thank you. Okay, so Franz still needs to hold the line, because those in command of the ranks will issue their orders with a ferocious bark, expecting instant obeisance. I accept that. And Sigmar's ward is protecting him. He's the Emperor after all, and the relentless drive and fury of the hammer, harnessed for the protection of his ward's bearer, will ensure his missile resistance improves accordingly to his importance to the Empire. Markus Kruber is also dearly noted as a scarred veteran. The scars on his storied warrior reveal a veteran of many battles, being not easy to kill and one worthy of respect and fear. You might have noticed that I'm reading a lot of things out loud. Now, some would say it's ridiculous. I'm asking myself a question. This is a game. A game is made, usually, to entertain people and, of course, to earn money. Now, not all Total War titles were particularly polished. You could even say they were rushed. Now, Warhammer has some distinct details, and they are in full coming to you at all times. The amount of detail and love that Creative Assembly and a big chunk of the community has been brought into this game is extraordinary. And an honor to commit myself to this idea. Facts. The sentence doesn't make sense. I'm trying to honor this grand commitment. And it's sometimes extremely interesting because I'm a little bit someone brought me into the situation that there are no good Lord of the Rings games and Third Age is more or less dead. So if I want to indulge myself into a fantasy game, into a good one, a polished one, a fun one, with a good story and with good graphics and good animations and a big modding community, this is one of the few havens. And if we do not enjoy this time, to be honest, why the heck bother at all then? Why would we bother then? So we're going to take our time. Of course, you can skip the reading part if you really like. Sometimes it might not be extremely interesting. Sometimes it's new, something that you don't know yet, or would have never known otherwise. For example, that Markus Kruber will become a Foot Knight, which is, for the story of the Empire, not that extremely important, but it is an information that you can process. So we're going to take a look at level 3. How does it goblin? Okay. Well, this is almost perfect. They have a tavern and they have landed a state. They have improved their growth, so we will be able to improve to level 4 quickly. We just need walls, a garrison to protect against insurgents. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Ah! Yeah.
Honor before glory!
That escalated rather quickly. 45. Oh, yes. Please.
Welcome, friends.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Please. 260.
If needs must.
Yes.
Tis done.
Yes. Please.
Yes.
Yes. No.
I must decline.
I apologize, my Frenchian Bretonian Dukedom Knight of Bordelot. My French is bad. And with my apology comes my declination of the offer. We cannot do that. We already have our hands with goblins filled in the mountains. And they have an extremely big army, and our entire force is, of course, concentrated in the mountains. So I apologize to our dear neighbors. We are currently not able to
summon the Elector Counts.
Our giant army.
Don't hold your breath.
There are hundreds of goblins hiding in the forest. We cannot do that. So no. Certainly not. We're going to end this round and forget this little encounter before our allies realize that we, unnecessarily declined
Greetings from Sigmar.
viable contract. This is what I'm talking about. Paying the Empire for absolute stupidity. What? Come on, Opera. Why would you kill this hero? I was just complementing a creative assembly, and then their auto battle mechanic just, yeah, the only Halberdier unit. This happens when you are.
I am Karl Franz. Many call me Emperor.
Yes, please. He looks dashing, like a true pirate. Adalhard van der Karl. He sounds like a Dutch man. Good people, friendly people. Yes, please, accept. Our story continues. The looming threat of the goblin hordes in the mountains has been resolved. Okay, so I can't spend imperial. I certainly can't spend the prestige, because it's possible that two secessionists must be avoided quickly. I can't spend the treasury cannot bear expenses. But we could confederate Wissenland, null cannons, yes please. I cannot spend imperial. Oh goodness, the treasury. The elector counts have started discussions about new decrees that will reduce the amount of power they wield as a group across the whole empire, while also increasing the autonomy of each of their states. It is essentially a step towards political decentralization, with those who oppose the planned decrees even going as far as saying that it may be the beginning of the end of the great union of the what? No. No, not end. By building the empire, no. No, this is not a question. Putting your political efforts into preventing the decrees may be the best thing to do for the empire. But you must be tactful in how you proceed with addressing such a highly charged and important issue. We are going for the Emperor way and just avoid the discussions by paying off people who might have something to say. This is exactly what you should do as an Emperor. I mean, the idea of an empire isn't that bad. If the person at the front is intelligent and charming and fair, and they're not paying off people, but we have no other choice. So we're going to that route.
Your prestige grows, my lord. News of your conquests spreads far and wide. Your developing power is noted by even the most distant of kings and best.
No, we're not going to let him say bestial. That's bestial. Karl Franz is brave, and the Crooked Moon tribe has been obliterated. This artwork is delicious. I shall not steal it for my thumbnail. House of the Second Wilhelm. Cleansing of Bloodkeep. Bloodkeep. Yeah. It reminds me of people who write lol and then a smiley. It's redundant, but yeah. The very name was enough to haunt the dreams of many empire folk in the lands below. Karl himself had come closer to death here than anywhere else. Though the scourge that was the fallen order of the Blood Knights had been ousted from the castle many years prior, something about the nature of the place attracted dark forces to its still. Karl had led the attack atop his beloved mound, Deathclaw, a gift from the Other Eye, the Wood Elves, who not long after his coronation gifted it to him. That happens when you don't read it correctly. Having raised Deathclaw himself, and Saturns don't accept since Karl and the Griffin were inseparable. When the battle went poorly and Karl was gravely wounded, he winced at the memory of the pain. Deathclaw, I'm getting shivers, had stood over him for 3 hours, keeping the foe at bay until the Reichsguard had been able to read. Why does Reichsguard have 3 and what bodyguard is this? 3 hours? What? I assume my bodyguard needed 3 hours to reach me in the midst of battle to protect me. What is this? Obviously, Deathclaw was man of the match, or the beast of each of the match. And summed up to Deathclaw. And our engineers guild is finally finished, and we might recruit death heads who were founded during the Vampire Wars. They began in the town of Essen. There's a German town called Essen, and it means to eat. Ostermark during the rule of Vlad von Karstein. We also were able to recruit Nordland's more celebrated regiments, for example the Seahawks, comprised over 2,000 companies at arms. The Seahawks were often the first regiment assigned to other states and therefore received a better weaponry than other troops and drew a higher pay. Okay. Oh boy. And we also unlocked the Cursed Company. He looks undead. No, this is a joke. We have the Empire, we have Sigmar's chosen undead. The Dark Legend of Richter Kruger. Damned and his cursed company has been told for countless years across the Empire. Okay, I'm uneducated, I apologize. Obviously it's law. A tragic tale of betrayal, greed and revenge. The details and truths behind the story have long become hazy and unclear. Okay, I'm not educated. I'm not uneducated. If the story is hazy and unclear, I'm cleared. Oh boy. We have unlocked the children of Ulrich. These werewolf. What is this? I'm trying to build a morally global empire of light, and you're giving me undead and werewolf. The legend has it that long ago, when the world was young, Ulrich raced through the northern woods, hunting, though he could not describe what prey sought after. That's not good. He only knew that he needed. Okay. My mouth is running dry. We have unlocked the Death Jacks. They are Empire archers. One can rely on the Death Jacks to silently track the foe to their location, but also snaffle the baggage train and the slots of the men. A new Regiment of Renown unlocked. Lieutenant Gunther Schepke and the Grudgebringer Infantry. Commander Morglum Bernhardt leads a mercenary army called the Grudgebringers. The Grudgebringers, the dwarves? Named after his magical sword, the Grudgebringer. What? So there are dwarves and men who have a sword and name themselves after the sword whose name they wear, which can unleash fireballs. This is the Daughters of Raya. It is Raya, or Ria, to whom the people of the old world pray to for fair winds, moderate rains, healthy plants and animals. Wife, I could have foreseen this. Plants, animals, rains. Yeah. Wife of Tal, god of nature and wild places. Raya, or Ria, is seen as the more merciful and gentle of the pair. I surrender. Commander Morglum Bernhardt and the Grudgebringer cavalry. It's it is modding madness. You signed up for this, 120 modifications. This is what happens. Commander Bernhard leads a mercenary army called the Grudgebringers, named after a story you already know. A story we already know. And this time Corporal Willem Fletcher. We are going to click you away. We can't do that with them. The Hellhuntens Redeemers, led by zealous witch hunter Josef from Hellhunten. The Redeemers are vampire hunters. I like this. Hailing from the region around Siegfried. This is obviously stolen from Siegfried. Sigridhof? Or it's just a mistake. Who knows? In Steerland, all the members of the regiment have experienced loss at the hands of the undead, and have vowed revenge. We can click him away as well. Wolfgang Schurschott Schwarzkopf and the Grudgebringers can buy. Oh, we have survived. Goodness gracious. To celebrate this victory against the AIs spamming us with absolutely ridiculous amount of panels, we're going to upgrade Altor. Wait, it's
Who calls?
4,000 is ridiculous. Okay. Okay, so we have to make some decisions. Of course, we as the we are all seeking out the good of the people first. So all of this hit point, this leadership, this melee, all this is singular, only affecting his army. But we need to think bigger. We need to think about the Empire first, about the flourishing nation under Franz rule. The Empire will reach a new height of prosperity. And they will receive less attrition. With prosperity, it doesn't make sense, but thank you. He is the greatest statement, man. The old lines must be restored between humans and dwarves. The nations of man and dwarf will stand against evil and triumph. Which means that we will get diplomatic relation plus. I need to sneeze again. Oh boy. And income from trade. 1 second. I apologize. I need to disinfect my fingers again. And I forgot to mute the microphone. So if the noise is bothering you so much, just flame me in the comments below, and I will probably go into my editing tool, find this particular moment, which I'm not doing yet now because it's taking time, and we need more gaming. People are ridiculous enough, we need gaming. And then I will cut it out. So we're going for the greatest statesman, and we have done so. Genevieve Duron. She is still going for the Q skill. I like it. Shall we really place a vampire on a horse? I mean, she could drain the horse. No, she's going to stay on foot. I'm not going to sacrifice a horse if she gets hungry. But on the other hand, if she gets hungry, she's going to eat a human. No, she's going into the forest to get a deer. Otherwise, she will be executed. Magical reserves is the way to go. If you have a sorcerer, a magics user, you need winds of power, because the Creative Assembly team has decided that actually in the Warhammer lore, there is a story about winds of magic. Sometimes stronger and sometimes weaker, and apparently people are able to improve that because they have so much influence on Warhammer lore. Gandalf is approaching a phase where his power and magical reserves will channel into an arcane conduit. I like this. So we're going to improve his earthling. I mean, he's a half-god, but by stabbing a staff for some arcane conduit into the ground, an accomplished magic's user can earth or tether the winds and hopefully reduce a chance of miscast. It's ridiculous. He's a mayor. He's made of magic. He's a god in a sense. He can't miscast. There, yeah. We're not going to accept this. He can't miscast. It's ridiculous. But of course, his power can grow, as well as his regrowth strengths. By speaking Dundor's name, the wizard is able to heal allies' injuries much faster than by natural means. And Luthor Huss, or Huss, is finally able to grant a shield of faith, which means the warrior priest faith manifests in the form of a shield as hard as castle forged steel, which is extremely weak in Warhammer lore. This should say in Gromgil size strength. Well, it's better than nothing, so thank you. And we have to decide between a Destroyer of Corruption. Oh no, we don't have to decide, we're going to take both. But right now, we need Untainted because we are in enemy territory and the goblins have tainted the land long ago. Until now. Have been tainting. Spread public order. Yes. And become a veteran to sword-handed chopper to bloody pieces. Yes, please. So, the story is going actually very well. The Empire is, at least in its core, secured.
I am Prince and Emperor.
I can
Sigmar
see
compels
that
us
we have... Oh, good. 1,000 income more. This was a genius decision.
What?
Now, I've played a lot of not Lord of the Rings, Total War, to know that there is always an enemy army hiding somewhere. So we're going to take Vulcan out in the forest. Of course not, because he could be killed to protect his claim against Franz. No.
Yes, my lord.
He's not going to get killed, he's going to go assassinated. Yes, we need to improve Altor, the Runefang Pact. And there is a story we almost forgot, the Battle of Bloodpine Woods. We did not boy, the vampire lady. No, it's still flooded. It's still flooded. And there was an important battle in the mountains. It was a big host of goblins. We could have possibly fought against insurgents sent by Middenheim, where they have probably amassed a titanic army by now because we ignored this threat. We didn't do that. We analyzed the situation and in the light of all that is. We will do this next month. Okay, so Altdorf needs to be upgraded, and MP will harbor. Yes, we need money. Thank you. And
bring me to my men.
I can't do this battle now. The army is disposed to damage. It's not going that well. Well, we have
I command here.
And archery. No. The huntsmen are supreme. We are going to mass produce small ammunition. Industrialized production of ammunition for handguns has allowed the Empire to hoard large supplies. Why handgun is not a crossbow, not a bow? It's handgun, but I'm fine. Don't ask too many questions. We can't go on. It's fantasy. You think about it and it exists. It needs to make a little bit of sense. We're not in Star Wars territory. You're not for we are not yet Force Lightning and Titanic galactically sized fleet of people. Yet. We might get there later when Welton is reburst Sigmar in full power, but not yet. So we are going to end this round. And we're drastically improving our chances of winning the Battle of Blood Wine Forest? Pine it is. I'm a little bit concerned still about the Lizard Man. They have
It is good to see our allies of the mountains.
Ally, probably. Yes, please. Yes. Please, yes. They have an enemy and an ally. You're really close. I can't moderate this with this AI. I should moderate this later, but it's lame. But this is fun. If you moderate the story after it's made, you can perfect anything. Where's the go? Oh, good. No. What? Ooh. Why are we in war with Britain? Why the friend the hit? When did this happen? Betrayal. What? What?
Nice try, noob.
They have Pegasus. Oh boy. So we're going to lose Helmgard.
What the?
What? Wait, did I miss something?
Yes, sir.
Why would Paramon attack us? I have not. No. Did I do anything wrong in diplomacy? No.
No.
Did I? Why? Did they declare war at some point that I didn't notice because I was talking too much? Well, the problem is we can't place these behind because they will be obliterated by the enemies. So we're going to place these boys here.
Mortar!
And I have no idea how we're going to destroy these Pegasus Knights. Well,
High Ulrich's wrath.
Missile
could get bloody, but we are
Crossbowmen!
trying to draw them out in the open.
Ready for war.
So these are very needed
For
here.
Heldenhammer!
No, they're needed here. I don't
Sigmar
want
commands!
Pegasus killing my bowmen. So you boys will
Swordsman!
accommodate to these towers,
By
and
Ulrich's
you will
wrath!
go there, and we need to make an
Send us out!
extraordinary diversion, which means
Steady,
that
men!
we will go out, and hopefully these bad boys will just attack our units here, and this should
serve
give us
Franz!
time to shoot them down. If my tactic fails, we're still in anti-cheese territory. We're not cheesing. I would never cheese in this country. I'm simply giving troops one command and I'm not convinced that this is a good idea. Oh yes, this is oh god no. I didn't say that. That would be rude. I simply your loudspeaker made a mistake. Obviously trolling. So yeah. Okay.
Awaits your orders.
Our plan was good. Now it sucks.
Our weapons are yours!
Yes. Oh,
Mortar!
please AI, do something. Yes, all units under our... No, we are not in Gondor. No, we are not in Gondor. We are not abandoning... No. Why are you abandoning... No, not flee for your... No. Stay. Fight. We are not Denethorian. Oh. Okay. So, Seem that the fall of the Empire is approaching. For the chosen heroes of mankind, the Emperor's chosen, have decided to retreat tactically to the lower field, which doesn't make sense. You are supposed... Yes. Stop fleeing. Yes. Please.
Ready to serve!
Good. Where are these going? So you executed for treason against the Empire, for fleeing the fields of battle before you were slaughtered to death. You are not supposed and allowed to flee. Goodbye, brave men. You will have graves. Not up by me. So, this is still working out very well. They have not yet breached the gate. This looks nice. And our musketeers with crossbows are giving these bad boys hell. This is working very well. I've shown what they have done. Oh boy. I apologize for this inconvenience. Your graphics bug will be remembered throughout eternity. What is this? It's clearly not a feature, it's a bug. Or it's a bug, not clearly a feature. Sometimes it's hard to fathom. I can see a house. Oh, there is a house. Okay, apologize. I was about to flame the architecture. There is actually a house. Probably. Oh, there are many houses. Oh boy. I didn't say anything. So there are tiny goblins living under the embarked walls. Oh, of course we are dying. No, not hit the Riftslayer. Pegasus. Plural Pegasus. Plural Pegasus. How did it come to us? Why on earth is one mortar still standing? I'm positively surprised, not negatively, that our remaining mortar is actively trying to kill our own troops. It can be a viable course of action if your maniac drains blood of innocent, but in this case, you can also shoot down the buildings of your friends and neighbors in order to further your madness. And if you should continue to enhance destroying your neighbor's property, or the rubble and public property around it, you might realize that a little fire. Why is this? What the? This entire my town is burning. Why is my town? Why is everything burning? Why? Traitors. There are traitors in the Empire. This invasion was planned along Leon Kruber, the Bretonnian king. His treaties. Diversion. The Bretonnians. These guys destroying a gate? Come on. How is it?
Whack him back!
How could whacking yeomen destroy gate with bows? They are whacking yeomen after all, but no. So, oh boy, are we winning this fight? It seems the AI is moving to this. Okay, no. Our remaining 2 great swordsmen have been punched. Oh boy, he lost his head. No, he didn't see that. No one loses his head. This is a game to enjoy in Corona classes. Nobody gets paid. And there are still some crossbowmen on ramparts shooting down through. These guys are just this is really more different. Wow. Okay, some of them get through, the others get stuck out. Okay, so magically, a portion of these yeomen bucked themselves into the fortress, and together with united forces and double the speed, they are trying to bring down the gate. And they get, of course, obliterated by the anti-buck hunting, hammering force of the Empire. Cutting them down one by one. They're not even looking back, they're just dying. This is not Matrix. Oh. We are not Matricians. This is working as well. Why is the gate open? No. Please close. Yes, thank you. So, we will close this system. It seems that the Empire is enduring this onslaught by a sloth who's running away. And with this unexpected encounter, the Empire's defense holds up. The betrayal, the traitors, they will be found and dealt with, not being executed all, 90%. And together, our brave heroes have withstood the forces of light. It doesn't make sense. Why would they? Yes, please kill him. Yes. 100 crossbows. Yes, please more. Still doesn't make any sense. Why would they take us in the first place? Wow. Yeah. I'm surprised that the AI survived this. Anti-cheese it is. And we need to wait him to die. I apologize directly, and you do realize that if he does not die now, he's coming back. If you build a fortress in the mountains, usually your plan is that footed people, oh boy, these are big holes, come and die in front of your walls. In the event of you building a mountain fortress, the thought of flying people does not cross your mind, because you wouldn't build a fortress in the first place if you would know flying people, because then you would just build a carrier and mobile forces, and then So, because we deny the existence of flying cavalry in good human manner, we have to first sort out their extinction, so we can actually build enough forces where our die in front of the walls tactic plays out very well. So please Gassion the Paravon, you French toast. He betrayed. Why did he attack us? I was so friendly. I was positive, charming. Good gracious, why would he attack us? Yeah, hold up your shield. You're going to die either way. There he is. No, the enemy has not cost us dear. It has cost everything. Oh, trust the other humans in this world. Obviously, we have to make a decision. Obviously, the Bretonnians cannot be trusted, and they need to be not eradicated. They need to be befriended. Yes, not be BB-8, be befriended. Maybe by the means of war. But not today. Today, we will let this slip. The Paramount forces, without their commander, will be allowed to leave our forced marched land. Why did they attack? I have to divulge myself in some Warhammer lore. If it is common of Paramount force that Paramount force, I'm completely spoiled. It's ridiculous. Okay, so yes, of course, treasure. To take every kind they have. And now there's. Are you serious? Now we. This is actually the best thing that could ever happen to us. We have no threat anymore to deal with, and we can now confederate Wissenland. Yes, yes, okay. The rival states of Ostermark and Wissenland have been unable to reconcile their differences, and tensions have bubbled over into full-blown war. Elector Count Wolfram Hertwig of Ostermark has declared war on Wissenland. What action will you take? Well, because we need to expand, and they obviously want not confederation territory stuff to happen. We are going to declare war on Wissenland because they are our neighbors around here. And as you might have noticed, they have Nuln, and Nuln is the emperor's, well, the empire's big forge cannon building metropolis. And because we obviously have to shoot down Pegasi in the sky, and crossbows do not do the trick, we are going to take over Nuln with empiristic siding. And then we'll build enough cannons to shoot down every Pegasi from Ulthuan to the Dwarven forces. So, yes, please declare war on us. Yes. Bye. Oh boy, that dragon. Oh no, oh. Else, oh boy, that. She's level 8. Okay, she has a dragon? Oh. Oh, she can attack Boonborg.
Bring me to my men.
Well. I might have. The Emperor, of course, has thought this through. And, this is the end of our episode. Of course, this is not time for consideration or tactical planning. No, this is just more than 1 hour. So, we will conclude this episode because we were betrayed. And next time, we will go for the traitors. Oh boy, Battle of Blood. No, I can't prolong this. Oh goodness gracious! What? I even call you out like this.
Do you take me for a churl?
Yes.
I will not blight my soul.
You.
I am a lord of Bretonia. Never.
You. I'm not even commenting this. This is insolence beyond. No. Okay, so this is the end.